Welcome to the podcast.
I mean, that can't feel
That's
good.
the new. That's the new one.
That's a new what?
It's the new song.
No, there's none of these are songs. They never come to fruition. There's nothing that. There's already an intro, and sometimes you sing it, and most times you don't.
Welcome to the podcast.
It's just it doesn't.
Pretty.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's inviting.
It's not inviting.
It's friendly.
It's off-putting.
It's lovely.
It's awful.
I'm Dave Anthony. I'm here with Gary Reynolds. We are doing a podcast called The Dollop. If you're a first-time listener, you should go back and listen to the other ones.
Yeah.
This one's going to suck.
Wait.
No, I'm kidding.
Just do me a favor. Go to another one, because this is going to be brutal.
We get a lot of... we do get a lot of people recommending them.
Yeah, I see.
Some of them are really great. Some of them are too like, hey man, this is like this truck hit a thing.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like one story.
Yeah, like that's not an hour.
Yeah.
And then there's one thing I have to tell people: I'm not going to do anything about serial killers. Because people always say to me, hey, what about the baby killer of France? I'm like, I don't want to talk about the baby killer of France.
Ferguson was hard enough to...
Hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Baby death.
Yeah.
Like...
Keep going, Dave.
Like, so there'll be no anything about serial killers or, fucking rapists or anything like it's going to be...
Most
shit that's
are
not
fucking
funny.
rapists.
Shit that's not funny.
Yeah.
But I do understand why people think it's interesting, for sure. Like,
Yes.
there are some interesting serial killer stories, but it's not... Once you get into that idea that people are actually being murdered, it's
Yeah.
It
Takes a little fun out of it.
for the most part, we won't talk about politics unless there's a crazy, crazy story. I might do one about there's some Mississippi election. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's fucking insane.
Oh, boy.
What's been happening.
I'm sure it's all good.
So unless it's a rare occasion, we'll probably avoid politics, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It seems like some stuff dips its toe in the pool anyway, but yeah. Directly,
yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
But I love that you guys are sending in suggestions. That's very helpful. I've definitely gotten a few that I will be doing out of those. So appreciate it. This is one of those.
Alrighty. So this is probably the baby killer.
This is about a
Who we murdering today on the podcast,
This is
Dave?
about a man who killed 19,000 babies.
Let's dip into it.
If only we had like morning zoo noises.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Ding dong.
The USS William D. Porter was a Fletcher-class destroyer in the U.S. Navy, not the Navy.
Oh, the name is... I hear it harder.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Named after Commodore William D. Porter.
I would have guessed that.
William Porter served during the U.S. Civil War and once steered his ship to safety, even though he was blind and severely burned by a pierced boiler.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a fucking hero, right?
I mean, steered a ship blindly while...
He was blinded, so the boiler blew up and like burned him, and he couldn't see, but he still steered his ship.
Very crazy thing to be able to do.
Well, I don't think you can do it, but someone must have been like, okay, turn left.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, why don't you let me take over? Fuck off!
No!
They're going to name a ship after me.
My boat!
My boat. My boat.
Right. Hard right, harder right.
I don't know where I am.
My eyes!
It's an important point because I think it relates... the story of William Porter very much relates to the ship, the way things go with the ship.
Well, you okay?
Blind is a perfect.
Oh boy!
The ship was known as the Willie D by the crew. Little nickname.
Love it, man.
Willie D.
Yeah,
hey, where you going? Going back to the Willie D?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Sounds like yeah.
It was one of hundreds of destroyers the U.S. built in a hurry during World War II.
That's
so they were
good.
like, we got to get some ships together.
That's
fast ships. It was put into service in July 1943 with a crew of 125 men. Now, because it was World War II. Obviously, a lot of people were shipping out and going off and fighting.
Yep.
Two fronts, right?
Yep.
And then you've got all the Navy ships. So there weren't a lot of experienced men to go around.
Sure.
Right? Because it's not like we had...
Well, it's like the ships. They were building the ships fast. They were making the troops fast.
If we're building 100 ships, that doesn't mean we had hundreds of experienced guys hanging out.
No. I don't think we've still cracked that nut.
No, I don't think so either.
It's attitude first. Everything else second.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah.
So there are 125 men on the ship.
On the Willie D.
On the Willie D. And aside from a few experienced hands, most were in high school or working on a farm when the ship was being built.
That's good, because I'm sure they're ready to...
Yeah.
Yep.
Get on ship
ready.
and go to war.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yep.
What do you know about potatoes?
It's the same thing, except instead of stabbing spuds, you're going to be stabbing Nazis.
From the boat?
Yep.
Okay.
All righty.
So it was basically like a college frat running a ship.
Oh, okay.
That's how I would picture this.
Okay, yeah. All right. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
The Navy sounds fun.
The Navy is fun.
The Navy, not fun.
Navy is not fun.
No, don't do the Navy.
They didn't have a lot of time for training.
Again, it's just not good. Not a good thing to hear. I feel like that will come back.
Why?
I feel like we will hear about that again.
Why?
Well, because it's just not good. It's not good.
You put a bunch of dudes on a boat and you go get them.
Yeah, not good.
What do they have to learn?
A lot of things. The tremendous amount of...
like turning? And...
Yeah, turning. Yeah, you just graze over it. It's very important.
Shooting the guns.
Yeah, guns. Yeah, there's a lot to maintain. It's not just steering. There's a lot to maintain.
Just put the boat. Have you ever taken, when you were a kid, did you ever take a plastic boat and put it in a stream?
I'm not even going to answer this.
Okay.
I'm not even going to answer this.
Same fucking thing.
No, it's not.
It's the exact same thing.
I'm playing with the Willie D in a bathtub.
I play with my Willie D in the bathtub.
All right, move on.
After 4 months in the water of training, the Willie D was assigned to one of the most critical and super secret missions the Navy had ever undertaken.
So, I mean, that's just like, there it is. I know exactly where we are. I know exactly why we're doing it. I get it. It's because of what you just said. What you just said is everything. That's what this is all about.
Right.
This is about the super secret mission a bunch of idiots went on.
Right. So what you wouldn't do is like, hey, let's get a bunch of experienced guys on a ship to go on the super secret mission.
No.
You just go...
No. The rookies.
Yeah, the rookies.
Have a little fun, huh?
Come on, let's take these guys out and see what they got.
We got a good feeling about the Willie D. Time for a super secret mission.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be the attitude.
President Roosevelt was traveling to French North Africa to meet with Churchill, Stalin, and Chinese Generalissimo Chiang Kai-shek. No one was to know about the trip until the commander-in-chief arrived safely.
I mean, fuck. What's about to happen?
But I also don't, like, they had planes. Isn't it crazy?
Is that what is about to happen?
No, but I think it's such a crazy idea that with all the planes that are out there that they could have flown on.
Yeah.
That they would take a chance when all those German subs are out there fucking shooting up ships constantly.
How long does it take, too?
It's like, I think it's like 7 or 8 days. It's not that long.
Oh, that's not
but
that
it's still,
you're
still going across the crazy waters.
Yeah.
Hey, let's not fly. I mean, were they shooting planes at it? Like, it seems like you could fly.
It seems like you could be less trapped in a plane.
Yeah, right?
And the time. I mean, 8 days to have where you could potentially get fucked up over,
maybe
they didn't know how long it took to fly there.
Have seatbelts on planes.
Still.
Maybe they couldn't tie that wheelchair down.
Maybe the president just needed a little Willie D.
Oh, girl. The president's party, about 80 people, all slipped out of Washington as quietly and discreetly as possible aboard Roosevelt's presidential yacht and cruised down the Potomac River to rendezvous with the Iowa at the river's mouth in Chesapeake Bay. So the Iowa is the big ship that he's going to be on.
Okay. For a minute, I thought he was going straight to the Willie D.
Well, right now it sounds like an episode of 24.
Yeah, totally, yeah. Down the Potomac.
I love that they all okay, you guys, and they all creep out. They all creep out of the white. Yeah. Hey, why are you wearing white? Hey, don't yell at everybody. Keep your black hoods on. Let's get down on the dock and get on the yacht. Okay. And now we're on the fancy yacht.
And now we're on the fancy yacht. I love it also shows you like how different it's gotten with the president. Yeah. I mean, that's a little. It seems a little ghetto. Feels a little old-fashioned to have him fucking sneak him on foot.
I know.
Come on, everyone.
No, he's not on foot.
Oh, well.
They roll him. He's in a wheelchair.
Right, roll him. Sorry. Well, yeah.
They're rolling him down the...
So, yeah, he's...
My
blanket.
My blanket. Fucking polio.
It just seems crazy. It feels like the end of a movie.
No, it's completely insane. A terrible movie.
Yeah, a movie that's bad.
Like one of the movies where they take over the White House. Like one of those crazy...
Yeah, like White House Down.
White House Down. It wasn't called White House Down, was it?
There were 9 of them, but that was
always down. That's the thing about the White House. It's always down because it's on the ground.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's different.
It's on the ground.
Different. Mm-hmm. I'm writing a movie called White House Boom.
Oh.
It's really good.
What happens?
The White House blows up, and everybody's the president.
What?
Yeah, it's not good.
It sounds great.
It's good.
And then Adam Sandler's not the president.
Adam Sandler's not the president.
Also on board were the Secretary of State and the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Wow.
So everybody's on the fucking boat. Now, here's the thing. My family, when I was young, and some families do this, when they travel together, they would take separate planes.
Oh, wow.
Just
really?
in case.
Your family did that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of crazy, but like my grandparents and everything, if everyone flew to a place, they would take separate planes.
Wow. Okay.
Because if one went down, then there was someone to take care of the kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you fucking do that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you put a guy in a fucking plane and a guy put a guy in a rickshaw and another guy what about haven't you ever seen a movie?
Leave a day or two apart, maybe. Right? Yeah, a little bit of time.
That's all.
Some people take the plane, some people take the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's all get on one boat.
Yeah.
Good God.
All right, guys, you got all the eggs? Just bring the one basket. Let's roll.
Worst planning ever. Hey, what happened?
But I feel like it's going to be fine.
But if there's an alternate universe, this ship gets blown up.
Yes.
And the world is run by Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. Yeah. Would things be that different?
Obama.
Yeah. He's the same.
He's the same thing as Hitler.
Yeah. Socialist.
So the ship went down. The U.S. would be completely fucked in the ship hole.
Yeah.
So they're on a 45,000 ton battleship. They're traveling up the bay from the berth in Norfolk, Virginia, to meet the Potomac. They had to get rid of all their fuel just to keep from running aground in the river. And then they meet the president, and he hops on board.
Okay,
and they're good to go. And then they got to go refuel. None of it's a good plan. None of it's a good plan.
How did they get him on?
Gangplank, I guess.
All righty,
just rolled him right up.
A little rickety, isn't it? Sorry, Mr. President.
This is a great plan. That's such a bad plan. Okay, now we're going to go refuel. Oh, Jesus
Perfect.
Christ.
It's all coming together.
Why didn't we just meet you out farther?
It's all coming together.
The crew of the Iowa didn't know what their mission was until Roosevelt boarded. So no one knew. And then he came on board, and they're like, holy fuck. Is that guy rolling up here?
Oh, they didn't even know it was him.
No, they, not until they saw him. Because they originally...
That's going to be really weird.
Originally, they were like... The crew was like, why are they putting a bathtub on the fucking ship?
Yeah.
They were all like, what the fuck? Why is there a fucking bathtub?
Shut up. Some of us are going to take baths. Wait, what? Come on.
There's the guy in the wheelchair.
That's right.
The Iowa slipped silently out to sea with strict orders to lie low and make no radio contact. So none of the ships can talk to each other.
Okay. Good.
The battleship was joined by 2 escort aircraft carriers, which provide air cover, and 3 destroyers to provide protection from the German submarines that were constantly attacking ships in the Atlantic. One of the destroyers was, of course, the Willie D.
All right. It was The SS College.
Alpha Omega Epsilon here, baby.
Hey! Take those shots. That's an order. Yeah. Toga.
Okay. Right out of the chute, things did not go well.
Oh boy.
Captain Wilfred Walter of the Willie D.
Yes.
Wilfred
Walter of the Willie D.
Backed the Willie D out of its berth next to another ship in Norfolk, Virginia. There was a horrific noise.
I'm sure it was.
Or noises.
Oh boy.
As Walter and the other officers looked off the bridge, they saw that their ship wasn't coming apart. The Willie D's anchor had snagged the ship beside it and was ripping off its railing, life rafts, a small boat, and various other pieces of equipment.
What?
So
How
they
did
They didn't pull up their anchor.
But their anchor was on another.
Well, their anchor was like still down, or like partially coming up, and they went close enough to another boat that
They hooked it?
That they hooked it on and then just tore all the shit off.
I mean, look,
boat.
I don't know anything. I think I could run the ship better. Already. I know about the fucking anchor. It's a thing. I know that.
Just pull it up and then go.
Pull it up, then go. Yeah, it'd be like, no, get it all the way up.
I don't know. You can do both at once.
Let's roll.
Let's roll. What about the anchor? Roll.
Go.
The Willie D's damage was limited to scratches on its anchor. Like in Caddyshack. Remember in Caddyshack?
Yeah. Hey, you hit my boat.
Yeah. You scratched my anchor.
Oh, you scratched my anchor. That's what it is. Yeah, sorry.
Because they were rushing to meet the Iowa, Captain Walter only had time to make a quick apology before his destroyer continued on its way.
Sorry about that.
My bad. Catch you guys around. I'm going on the special mission.
Hit the gas. All right, sorry about that. Good luck.
Special mission.
Sorry about taking your safety boat. Seems like you could really use it right now.
Jesus Christ.
My bad.
Later.
See ya.
The Willie D met up with the Iowa and other ships, and they got underway. The ships traveled at high speed all the way across the Atlantic, with the smaller destroyers struggling to keep up. So they're smaller boats, so they have a hard time keeping up.
Okay.
Even at maximum speed, the trip would take 8 days. So there you go. There's your answer.
All right.
8 days.
8 days.
So during the voyage, the ships and their crews continued with training and drills that they normally conducted when at sea.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Yeah.
Keep up appearance, learn a little bit on the side.
Right?
Sure.
Keep learning.
Yeah.
It's a learning boat.
Yes, which is good. You always want to be learning while you're on the boat.
Especially when you're protecting the President of the United
Exactly.
States.
Yep. Who can't walk?
It was important to keep the men busy, and in the case of the Willie D, to better prepare its relatively green crew for life at sea. About 48 hours into the mission, the ships were making their way through an area known to be infested with U-boats when a large explosion suddenly rocked the water.
Firecracker from the Willie D?
The Willie D was doing training exercises.
Oh, no.
Dropping fake depth charges. But the crew forgot to disarm their anti-submarine weapons. Although they didn't drop the depth charge into the sea, as you'd expect from the story. It just kind of rolled off the deck.
Wait.
And exploded.
They... I mean, how? What?
So they're supposed to be dropping fake. They're supposed to be fake dropping. Like you fake drop them. Like you go, dropping 1, but you don't actually drop anything. Dropping 2, and you don't actually drop anything. Also, they're supposed to be like not armed when they're...
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's armed, and it's just laying on the deck. And somehow it rolled. Someone must have hit it. Like
rolls off. Rolls? I mean, it's not a can of beer.
No, it's like a keg.
Yeah, okay, better. It rolls off the deck.
Yeah.
And it blows up.
And it explodes. Happens. This kind of shit happens.
Yeah, all the time. You've heard about it a million times.
So everyone flips out.
How's Roosevelt feeling right now? Good? Feeling good? I'm sure he's feeling real good.
Everyone flips out thinking the president is about to be killed. All the ships start evasive maneuvers. So they're all doing their fucking plan. Like,
radio.
I'm sure planes are fucking taking off from it.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking going ape shit. And then the Willie D it was like, oop, hey, everybody, sorry.
We anchored again. We pulled another anchor.
They're like, you know what? That was our bad.
Good news, bad news.
Good news.
President's going to be fine.
Oh, bad news?
We're really bad at this.
Okay.
We let a missile drop off our boat.
The Willie D was lucky the depth charge sank a ways before detonating, because if it had detonated quickly, it would have blown the stern off the ship.
That's a problem.
Well, you need a stern.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Sterns in boats are necessary.
Yeah.
Can I get a ship without a stern?
No.
Okay. So everyone was like, Willie D, you fucking suck.
That's it. Time out.
Time out, Willie D.
Time out, Willie D. Go to the corner. Think about what you've done.
God apparently felt the same way, because the Willie D was hit by a freak wave, stripping everything that wasn't tied down overboard and washing a man off the boat who was never seen again. So just this random wave is like, whoosh, fuck you.
And that's it. One guy's like,
one guy, yep, see you later, Larry.
Oh, fuck.
I'm in the water. The wave also knocked out the boiler, so the destroyer had no power and fell behind the other boats, which the other boats are probably like,
good.
Yeah.
Gas it. Go.
Fucking
go.
lunatics.
Go.
Admiral Ernest King, who was in charge, called to Willie D and told him to get their fucking shit together.
Good.
And they did not.
Really?
At this point, FDR asked to see a demonstration of how the crew would react if they were actually attacked by Germans instead of one of their own ships.
Well, he just saw. Not well. What would they do? Well, we drop the anchor and rip a ship apart and drop a bomb. Show them.
There you go, girl.
There you go. Willie D. Hashtag Willie D.
Roosevelt wanted to see how the ship would perform if it was attacked from the air. Okay.
All right.
So
it's just from his bathtub. Show me how if there were an airstrike, please. Like to see that. Come on, guys.
You know how we're in radio silence? Let's shoot some shit.
Yeah.
The way drills work is that balloons are released into the air, and then the crew shoots them with the anti-aircraft guns.
Wait.
So it's like target practice.
Okay.
So they release balloons,
yes,
and then they shoot them with their guns on the ship.
Okay.
Like you would shoot at a plane that's floating like a balloon.
It seems very strange. You want to see how we train? We train hard. Let the balloons go. Come on, give them some licorice. We'll show you what we do here. We shoot slingshots at these balloons.
Fuck you, balloon!
Yeah. These balloons don't stand a chance.
So they release the balloons, and Iowa starts shooting the fucking balloons out of the sky. They're just lighting them up.
USA.
Lighting them up. Now, some balloons, they miss. And those balloons float over toward the Willie D. Captain Walker.
What? How is the Willie D going to fuck this up or react to this poorly or something? No, I do know that.
This could be the success story.
It is not a success story. They're never success stories. There's never been one success story. You tried to tell me Rainbow Man was going to be fine.
He's okay.
Yeah, no, he was not.
He's safe.
He's not safe.
He's safe now.
He's safe. No one else is.
Captain Walker wanted to make up for his mistakes and get a little career redemption.
Oh, no. Not the headspace he should be in.
So he was like, hey, fuck.
Hey, let's double down on this balloon.
Yeah, let's shoot the shit out of these balloons and show these guys what we're made of.
But these balloons are on the ship?
No, they floated. No,
they're just coming towards them.
Yeah, they're coming towards them. They floated.
So they're coming towards them, which means they're coming from the direction which the other ships are. Uh-huh. So the Willie D decides that they're going to shoot in that direction. The direction of where the president is, most likely.
Well, I don't know about that. They're shooting up towards the sky. I mean,
but still in the direction of... Okay.
So they did it. They shot the enemy balloons out of the sky.
Great. All right. And what's next? Because nothing went wrong there.
Well...
Did it? Did something happen?
Well, then Captain Walker was like, you know what? We got more. Let's show these fuckers what else we got. Let's show them what else we got. Let's show them what we're fucking made of.
No.
So he ordered a practice firing of torpedoes.
What? What is he doing?
What are you talking? He's letting everyone know that he's fucking got some fucking sass in his pants.
The president's there. The president's got the sack. The president's the man.
He's got the captain is like, I'm gonna show you. Well, I got some shit on my pants. I got some goodness.
It's like when a quarterback going into a game is like, I need to have a big game. He's gonna have an awful game.
Yeah.
So he's like, gotta show him. Drop some torpedoes.
You don't know this is gonna go wrong.
Oh, I know that it's gonna go wrong.
They shot the balloons out of the sky. That was good.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. Something bad is about to happen.
So this means they don't actually shoot torpedoes. They pretend to fire them.
Still,
they
why?
go load, tube 1, fire.
We've proven that their practice sometimes goes into reality.
Tube 1, fire, fired tube 1. So they fire the first fake torpedo. Fire 2, they fire the second torpedo. Fire 3, and whoosh.
Shut. See. You asshole! Do you see?
The sounds of a torpedo shooting out of the destroyer is heard.
What? I mean, honestly. All right. Are you fucking serious? What the fuck? Are we good?
I love that they're like, it's, how hard is it to not have a torpedo in your tube? Like, you're doing a fake thing. How hard is it to take all the bullets out of the gun?
Let me tell you this.
Uh-huh.
When I light incense and leave the house, the amount of attention that gets paid to how okay that situation is crazy. Because I know it could, in a crazy world, a fire could start. So you've got to be smart about it. How the fuck, when you're doing torpedoes, how does it even happen? How do you even not check? Not be aware enough.
I'm wondering if you're Jamaican. Did
I reveal too much? There was a point in that. It wasn't about incensing me. Just saging everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's completely insane.
Bananas. Because we're still in the midst of this point. We're not even done, and I'm already like, what the fuck?
Okay, so they hear the
swoosh of a torpedo.
Swoosh of a torpedo. And here's the other thing: is that
I hate the other thing. I don't like the other thing.
When they decided to do the practice, the training of the torpedoes.
Yeah, you mean when they decided to fire a torpedo at the president?
Well, they had to pick a target.
No, I mean, shut the fuck up. Why make it that one? Why make it that one?
So
should really show it's an homage.
So the target they picked was the Iowa.
So why? Why? Explain to me in what headspace this. Yeah. A practice run.
No, it's
firing on the boat that the president's on. Somebody was like, should we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, who else do we shoot at? One of the other ships?
We're the Willie D. We nailed the balloon run. Let's shoot a torpedo at Roosevelt. Same thing. Okay. So anyway, you were saying they've just shot a torpedo at the president.
We'll be right back.
Keep going. I'm sure there's a little more.
Lieutenant H. Seward Lewis, who witnessed the entire event, later described the next few minutes.
A shit show.
Just after he saw the torpedo hit the water on its way to the Iowa, he innocently asked the captain, did you give permission to fire a torpedo? And the Captain Walker was like, "What? What's a say?
Put the torpedoes in reverse.
Back them up.
Back up the torpedoes.
Back them up. Beep beep. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Beep. It's right back in the tube."
The next 5 minutes aboard the Willie D were pandemonium.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Just guys running into each other.
Hey, guys, let's focus up. We just shot a torpedo at the president. Let's have a quick aside.
Jump overboard.
All right.
Everyone raced around shouting conflicting instructions and attempting to warn the Iowa of
shoot more torpedoes.
Okay, so now they're on a secret mission
that they've created.
So So they're supposed to have complete radio silence.
Yes.
The entire time, right?
Yeah.
That's the order.
But this is a pretty big deal. It feels radioable.
Right. Doesn't it seem like we can actually... Because the reason you have radio silence is so that a German sub doesn't know you're out there and it doesn't shoot a torpedo at you.
I would say, yeah.
Right?
Yes, it's for safety for the president.
So now the torpedo has already been shot.
We're probably in our worst case.
Okay. So do you pick up the radio?
Yes.
You do?
Are you telling me?
What about the orders? Radio silence.
All right. So, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. So what you're telling me now
is
that they've shot a torpedo at the president.
Yes.
They're panicking.
Right.
But they decide they're not going to use the radios.
Well, they're following the rules.
The rules were also to not shoot torpedoes at the president. One's just inferred.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, that's inferred. That's insinuated by the premise.
Said it.
That's insinuated by the premise of taking the fucking man.
No, they only said don't talk on the radio.
What should we do? Well, I know what we can't do is radio in. So I don't know.
I don't want to lose my job.
I know if we use the radio, we're going to get fired. I don't know what's going to happen if the torpedo hits it. I assume we'll also be fired. Meanwhile, in a bathtub,
the geniuses on the Willie D decide not to break radio silence to tell the president they shot a torpedo at him. So they use signal lights. So they send a signal man up top
with a very important job.
The little light, he does the light, tink, 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 and he opens
Morse
up,
code of light.
Opens it up and closes it. But I guess he was a little bit freaked out.
Yeah, and he's
a little bit panicked. First of all, 5 months ago, he was pulling up zucchini on a farm, and now he's trying to save the president's life with a light.
Well, now he just has to find a way to signal other boats that they've shot a friendly missile towards Roosevelt. It's a hard message to communicate in the spur.
So he told the Iowa with his signals that there was a live torpedo in the water.
1, 2. I mean, what is that message even?
I don't know. Well, I'm sure there's messages for torpedo coming.
You know what is better? Is to just pick up the fucking radio.
Okay, wait. This might turn out fine.
I bet it is okay, but it could have been okayer.
So he says torpedo in the water, and then the next thing he says is that it's headed in the other direction.
All right, I'm gonna go. Dude. I can't. I'm just gonna roll.
So then he quickly realized that he fucked up, and he tried again. But this time...
Oh, let me guess. Instead of torpedo, he said teddy bear.
This time, he signaled that the Willie D was going in full reverse speed. So everyone on the Iowa was like, he said a torpedo is coming at them. Okay, no. I guess he wants us to know they're backing up.
All right, guys. So just to be clear... The Willie D shot a missile going that way and is backing up. All right? Should we maybe ditch him?
Everyone on the Iowa was like, okay, thanks.
Good to know. Let him know that that's cool.
Do they have LSD on that?
Just wanted to let you know we're backing up. Why is he panicking? So back up, man. It's fine.
Finally, someone was like, hey, maybe we should call them on the radio.
Hey, it's been 2 minutes and a torpedo's headed towards the president.
So they broke silence and screamed lion, which was code for the Iowa. Lion, come right, quickly. So they're like, move your fucking ship! We shot a torpedo at you! Plus we're going in reverse!
I'm surprised they were even able to say that right.
Hey, Iowa, lion, turn right. Also, we're backing up really fast.
Yeah, we shot torpedoes in the other way. We're backing up fast. Lion right!
Roosevelt, being the coolest human being alive, asked the Secret Service to roll him over to the edge of the ship so he could see the torpedo approaching.
Wow.
Okay.
That is pretty cool.
Okay. He's like, just don't get my cape caught in the wheels.
Yeah. Mr. President, you should roll me.
Oh, see this shit.
I want to see it.
If I'm going to fucking die, I'm going to die like a man.
Bully!
So the Secret Service pulled their guns and tried to shoot the torpedo as it neared.
All right, so we're just having a competition of who knows
And
the least.
Roosevelt's like, yeehaw!
Yeah. Shoot at it.
Well, that's kind of what they have to do. I mean, that's their job. Either that or
But will that do anything?
jump in and get in front of it. I don't know. Maybe they could hit it, and they might be able to.
Okay.
I mean, if you shoot a torpedo, I assume it explodes.
I would think it's
maybe
hard.
not.
I would think it's very hard casing.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the shell of the
And
torpedo is very hard.
you probably have to shoot it. Yeah, you can't shoot it.
I mean, it would be like in a movie when the guy's like, shoot the gas tank, and he doesn't it, but it's not.
No, it's hard to shoot.
Yeah.
But we're saying if you shot it, you're right. It probably wouldn't do anything if you shot it. Yeah, okay.
It
probably not even had a hard casing.
Fun.
Not even had a hard casing or not. Like, you could just shoot it, and it doesn't mean it's explode. You still have to hit the detonator or whatever.
Yeah. There's a lot of riffraff in it.
That's a stupid idea. But they had to do something. They had to be
Listen,
well, they're Secret Service.
Listen, they're already smarter than the Willie D.
Oh, without a doubt.
They should have been shooting at the Willie D.
Yeah.
Just unloading clips.
The Iowa made a sharp turn, and the torpedo just missed the ship.
Unfucking real.
The torpedo detonated in the ship's wake about 100 yards away. Then the Iowa aimed all her main guns at the Willie D.
Good. Yeah. Good. I'm on the Iowa side. Yeah. Time to be stern dad. Little tough love.
Because they figured the ship had been taken over and there was an assassination plot at hand.
Of course.
Or they were fucking idiots.
Or
either way,
our torpedo training drill went wrong while the president was here. What else could you assume?
No, I know. You can't be like they couldn't have really.
They accidentally shot a torpedo at the president.
So, Captain Walter's final utterance to the Iowa was in response to a question about the origin of the torpedo. His answer was a weak, we did it.
You know when you're in trouble and you have to face the music a little bit and it's just you feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Now imagine it in this situation when the reality is that you've just shot a torpedo at the president.
Yeah.
And I will say the phone's ringing, but the radio's clicking on.
Yeah.
And you have to get it.
Yeah.
And you're in charge.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be. You shouldn't be.
No, you don't want to pick that up.
But at the end of the day, you're about to field the call of, hey, why'd you just shoot a torpedo at the president?
I mean, we had one, so we didn't think it was there.
In our defense, we shot two fake ones really well.
We did shoot two fake ones really good.
They
fake fucked up.
They were nothing, and we nailed our targets.
We nailed the fake ones.
Yep. But we did shoot a
we
torpedo
did shoot an
at the
actual
Iowa.
torpedo. It's
You guys, our friends.
So anyway, my bad. And
we feel awful.
Did you hear about the anchor thing?
You remember when we did that? That was crazy.
That was fun.
Hello?
That was funny.
Hello?
Walter then demanded his crew explain what had just happened. No one copped to it. Captain Walter tried to assure the Iowa that the whole thing was just an accident.
This stuff happens. You read about it all the time.
So Admiral King was like, hey, Willie D, can you get the fuck out of here or we're going to sink you?
Okay. Yeah.
So that was it for their big mission. The crew followed orders and sailed to Bermuda, where they found themselves...
Look for the triangle. Don't come back till you've found the triangle, Willie D.
They found themselves facing armed Marines who were there to arrest them. So they were taken off the ship at gunpoint.
Jesus.
All of them. Every single guy on the crew.
Do we now envy the guy who got swept away in that big wave a little bit more?
Yeah.
Sound like he maybe got the the long end?
Yeah. He got the great perfect storm ending.
Yeah.
This is the first time an entire Navy crew, and the only time an entire Navy crew has been arrested.
All of them. I was sleeping. You too, fuckface.
The ship was surrounded by sea mines. So they took everyone off the ship. They arrested them, and then they put sea mines around the ship.
Now, at this point, are they operating from a point of like they could be, dangerous killers, or are they just like, we're so mad at these morons?
What if it's a ghost ship?
Oh, God.
No, they're just so mad at them that they're like,
right.
Fuck everything about these guys.
Good.
The cruise was held for several days while a closed-door inquiry took place. The outcome was...
Can you imagine?
The outcome was delayed for several days until Torpedo Man Dawson admitted that he left the primer in the torpedo tube, which caused the torpedo to launch. After the torpedo launched, Dawson tossed the primer overboard to hide his mistake.
Oh, God.
I love him.
These are just not...
I love him.
These are just not people who are ready for this position.
So everyone's running around scrambling, trying to save the president, and he's grabbing the evidence and tossing it overboard.
Burn it! Burn everything!
So the entire episode was kept secret. Nobody knew about it.
Really, we weren't
never
proud
got
of
out.
that.
No. Lieutenant Commander Walter and several of his officers were sentenced to shore duty, where they were given obscure shore assignments. Yeah. So they were basically go clean that fucking toilet, Captain asshole.
And they probably accidentally launched torpedoes. Oh shit! We just flushed it.
Torpedo Man Lawton Dawson was sentenced to 14 years hard labor, but President Roosevelt intervened in his case and had him released, as the incident had been an accident. Okay, so that's cool of him.
It's pretty cool. He seems to be the most calm of anyone.
Yeah, there's a reason I think he was the president for 500 years.
Yeah, because when there was a torpedo coming at him, he was like, roll me up the poop deck. Let me get a gander.
I want to look-see at my death thing.
You shoot at it, I'll watch it.
Oh, God, he's
Let's
so
party.
Great. After 1943, the ship was commonly hailed by other ships with the greeting, "Don't shoot, we're Republicans." The Willie D became a black sheep. The Navy thought the ship might be better off in an assignment where it could do little harm. 1 week later, the ship was sent back to Norfolk, where it was prepared to head to the Pacific. It was then off to the Panama Canal and then up to Alaska, where it was now stationed in the Aleutian Islands.
Make sure those islands don't go anywhere now. That's your job.
All was well for a year, just cruising about in Alaskan waters where nothing happened.
No, I'm sorry. You said... The phrasing of what you just said is
what do you mean?
Troubling.
Why?
Because you just said all was well for about a year. Which makes it sound like Willie D's damage isn't
just
done
before
yet.
the Willie D was about to leave for reassignment, one of the sailors on board got drunk. At that point, he decided to shoot the big guns.
I mean...
He shot a shell, having no idea where it would land.
Oh, Christ.
It's like a cartoon.
Well, I mean,
it's so crazy. It's like if you wrote the screenplay, people would be like, okay, we can't do that.
We need you to be a little more realistic.
It landed in the base commander's front yard, exploding in his flower garden. He just happened to be home while having a dinner party for fellow officers and their wives.
Oh, my God.
God, it's so great.
Oh, my God.
It's so great. Well, Captain Walter isn't even on the ship anymore.
No.
It's just still the same assholes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, you know what it is? I bet you, too, if you get assigned to the Willie D at that point, you are like, oh, I'm kind of like a fuck-off. We're the Willie D. Kind of like, you know, when assholes are like, we're assholes because we're assholes. Like,
oh, God.
We called you assholes. They're like, yeah.
It's like Animal House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they get on the Willie D. He's like, it's party time.
I love a guy that shoots the fucking...
Just pops a shell.
Okay, so now the war is in its climax. So the Navy decides to send the Willie D out for a campaign.
Bad call.
Now they have a more seasoned crew, right? It's been a year. They got more seasoned guys. The Willie D leaves the Aleutian Islands for the Western Pacific, performing escort duty to the Philippines and taking part in operations at the Gulf in the Philippines.
That's when it just hangs out with another ship for money.
This is when it goes great. The Willie D fought in a few battles and performed well. Probably because they had a new captain and an experienced crew, but they fought well. In late March 1945, the Willie D was sent to Okinawa, where it patrolled far out in the ocean to intercept Japanese aircraft before they got in close to bigger ships. The Willie D's reputation took another hit when it riddled another sister ship with gunfire. Okay, that happens. In the Battle of Okinawa, that happens. You sometimes you see a ship and it could be a plane.
Wait, right and there. What?
If you see a ship, you're like, that's a Japanese Zero. That happens. That happens all the time.
That plane's in the water. Shoot it. It's a water plane.
It's a giant plane.
Shoot that giant water plane.
The destroyer did manage to shoot down 5 enemy planes. Okay.
Great.
So Willie D took down 5 planes.
Great.
On one patrol, Willie D was fighting off kamikazes. Did you know that? You know how many kamikazes were successful?
How many?
Percentage?
What?
Guess.
10?
3%.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right.
How could you do that so poorly? It seems like it's like your vantage point.
Well, first of all, they were all on meth.
Right. I mean, but are you telling me you're unfocused?
Well, but you might be...
You're looking for cigarettes?
Overeager or, whatever else.
Too busy, like, where's that Marlboro?
For one thing, you're jerking off.
You're jerking. Well, the video games you're playing, too, at that point.
So on June...
That's going to be so fucking weird, though, when you're just like, God, none of them are hitting. The fuck is going on? It's hard to train for this, I guess, in our defense. This is a hard thing to train for.
It's actually a hard thing to train for. On June 10th, 1945, the Willie D fell victim to an incredibly unique kamikaze attack. As one of the planes came in low and aimed straight for the Willie D D's gunners fired furiously, trying to down the plane before it struck them. This time, their training paid off, and the crew rejoiced when the plane was shot and fell down short of the ship. Right? So they're all like, yeah, we got that motherfucker!
I feel like...
But the Japanese plane was moving so fast that it hit the water and went underwater and continued to move toward the ship. It kept moving until it was right under the Willie D, and then it exploded.
Whoa, boy. That's crazy.
The Willie D was lifted out of the water. All power was lost, and the steam lines were broken, and then fires broke out. The crew tried to fight the fires and fix the ship for 3 hours. Then the order was given to abandon ship, and 12 minutes later it sunk. Not one man on the Willie D died. No one knew of the Willie D's crazy adventures until 1958.
Oh, right, yeah. Jesus.
So the Willie D was taken out by an enemy plane that had already crashed.
The Willie D might be the only victim of underwater kamikaze piloting. That kamikaze pilot was probably like, this is a really weird ending. Did not see this happening. Who saw that coming? At some point, too, I mean, yeah. Kamikazes! They're like, I'll do a shot! Willie D!
Holy shit, man.
I mean, obviously the meat there is the fact that a torpedo was shot at the fucking president.
I mean, come on. It's so great.
Like, we're really incompetent. It's amazing. Because it's bad decisions that gave the possibility to that actually happening.
Right.
And that's what we do. We like to make rash calls, and then at the consequences, we're like, why'd you fuck up?
I'll wait until I'm preparing a Dollop, which is the longest research one I've done on the Iraq War.
Oh, well, what's there to talk about?
Oh, my God.
What's there to talk about?
Oh, you cannot believe. It's so much worse than anyone ever understood.
Well, I mean, not to jump ship. Mm-hmm. When you see the aftermath of, like, not enough people know about the what it's done to the generation, like the chemicals that we've released, and the mutations and the radiation, and it's fucking unreal. But I'm sure you have
it's horrifying.
A lot. Anyway, dates.
I don't know. I have a bunch of stuff coming. I don't know when this one's going to be released.
No, I don't know either.
But I do have a lot of dates. Go to my DaveAnthonyComedy.com and my dates will be up there. Buy my album Shame Chamber. Follow us on Twitter, the Dollop Facebook page. We have that. You can our subreddit we have on
The Facebook page,
Reddit?
I've been looking at the Reddit and the Facebook page a little bit more.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
yeah, and go leave a review on iTunes. That helps us out tremendously. I don't know. This will probably go after LA Podfest, but who knows?
Well, then, what a great time it was.
Oh my God, how fun was that?
You little drunk. A little too drunk.
Thank
David.
you.
You're thanking me? Yeah,
I
you're
was
a little
on.
too-
I was actually on Haldol.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't moving.
Yeah, you were so slow.
Yeah.
Nah,
Anything?
well, I guess no, because I don't
Don't know.
know when.
Okay.
But I'll be somewhere.
Attaboy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.